cousins I take stuff from. Like my cousin, you, Alec, you guys are funny. I take that and then take stuff from Jenna, Matthew, Emma, whoever, I got this kid Bird, he looks homeless, but that's my best friend, he's my cousin. So I take stuff from all of them and kind of evolve it into one, mediocre individual. So I'm saying I can kind of see what you're doing, but you're doing it with excellence and you're creating one beautiful warble.
Well, thanks, man. Yeah, I don't know.
Presentable.
What do you want? What about me do you want me to explain that?
Oh, about your life?
I mean, you were saying, how do I do my thing?
How do I become you? Do I have to get
can't.
okay, but what if I start doing my hair a certain way or something? Is there something I can do?
I guess you get closer. You can move to Chicago. And
I don't want to move to Chicago.
You can go to law school.
I don't want to do that. I'm doing insurance school, hard enough, and law school.
So it'd be different.
Well, but here's the thing. I'd be a banger defense attorney. If I got you on the case, I will... Hey, I'll get you off.
95% in plea bargains.
Dude, how difficult... were you the guy who got Gunner off? Because you got a law degree.
What?
Gunner.
What?
You didn't get Gunner off?
No, I did not get Gunner off.
You know Gunner, right?
I didn't get certified by the bar, but I would have. If I was there, I would have gotten him off.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're telling me I can't become...
Well, I just don't know what part of me you want to become.
Dude, I don't know. I just always dreamed of having a Wayne's World poster in my basement.
Then just buy a Wayne's World poster.
But I can't do it because it's got the certain frame. And
buy a frame, you buy a poster.
Okay, I don't really know about that.
Start putting the things you like in frames on your wall.
But I don't like anything, dude. I just like sleeping and eating food and stuff.
Well, then, I don't know how to tell you. You're basically being a koala. You're a human koala.
Well, okay. I was trying to go from I'm transitioning because it's 2026, so you can do that now.
It's 2024.
Yeah, but when I transition, I'm going to be, so that's 2 years. I'm going to be 21. I'll go from human, koala, and eventually I'll find myself to you.
Okay.
So, game plan, you like that?
Sure.
Okay.
It'd be cool to have a little me running around.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be alright, but, it wouldn't be anything too crazy. I mean, you grew up in the town over from me.
Yeah.
And I literally... One time I did market you at a Gunna concert. I swear this is not true. I swear to God. I was at a Gunna concert with some of my buddies. Shout out Grant, Eli. And there was this dude. And I was like, hey, are you Curly J? He literally looked like this dude, this rapper named Curly J. I was like, and he's not well known. So I was like, yeah. So I was like, are you Curly J? Because that's one of my favorite rappers. He's like, oh, man. And he thought I was joking, but he actually looked like Curly J. So I was like, I was just talking to this dude for 40 minutes about nothing because the concert didn't start yet. And then halfway through the convo, I was like, hey, I pretended I didn't know you. I was like, the only reason I come down here, because this was probably the last time I was in Chicago. That was in May. It was probably the last time. I was like, the only reason I come here is to see this guy, Christian Pitsch. And then he followed you. He probably unfollowed you when he got home, but he followed you on Instagram.
Maybe, that's dope.
Yeah, he did, because I pulled up my phone. I was like, hey, follow him on Instagram.
Cool.
I was just trying to make small talk. And then so you got a new fan for a few hours. So
cool.
Maybe he still follows you. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's where I think anybody who's funny is a comedian. That's a really good question. I mean, like I was saying, though, it's a thin line.
Because if you ask him, he's an actor.
Yeah, and
there's certain situations where you're not nervous, right? You've done something 100 times, you're going to be less nervous. But there's a certain amount of nerves.
Yeah, I've never gone to a basement and seen a Wayne's World poster and an Xbox with Halo 5 because the combination of all those things kind of threw me off. And then it was just kind of scary. I'm getting emotional, but it's just because they didn't, they didn't see me up at night, thinking about coming to a place with a Wayne's World poster and a lava lamp and a billiards clock. They didn't see that, so it's kind of one of those things that you grew up wanting to do, and then you do it, and it's just, dang, man. But that's a good because that's kind of related to one of my other questions on here. Was like, what's the most worst and best show, if you want to talk about it, worst show and best show that you ever had, like most embarrassing, and then like one that you just crushed it, or just like something that comes to mind, that like one that you just absolutely. But that's a good answer though. I think that just goes for anything in life. Like real talk, like you're gonna be nervous when you start, but it's better than just not doing it. It's better than going to bed at night and being like, oh man.
So
Wish I would have hit that possum with that tree branch. Sorry, go ahead.
I would. It's tough. You like blog. I mean, you just go. Eventually, you do so many shows, you forget the bad ones, and you.
True.
Because you're gonna have a lot of. If you're a Christian, you're gonna have a lot of bad shows and a lot of embarrassing shows, a lot of embarrassing moments on stage, and you're gonna and those. It's gonna get bad. Like it gets bad. Yeah. It's not always fun.
Yeah, I've had a lot of embarrassing moments in my life, and the older I get, I just forget about them slowly. So
yeah, but when I first started, like I would always like catastrophize over the last set I did. So like if when I first moved here, I'd go up, and then like if it didn't go well, like say I did an improv set, because that's kind of like what I started doing, like in front of people I didn't know, was improv. So I doing an improv set. And then, like, it didn't go well, I would think I was terrible at improv for, like, an entire week until I did that set, that same show again.
Yeah.
And then if I crushed, I thought I was a god for a week. And that's just how it worked.
True.
And then, so what I realized...
That's how I feel about fantasy.
It was always the last time. So if you just increase your frequency, like when they talk about getting reps, you lose sight of the bad ones, because you have to go on, you're always thinking ahead. You got to switch your mindset to being like, the next show... instead of the last one. And I still get that, but I usually like give myself a day and let it go, depending on how bad it gets. But I would say worst show.
That's a good answer. You don't even have to think. Like that's a good answer. That's solid advice for anything in life. But that's a solid, it doesn't have to be one specific show or anything.
Yeah, I don't think I have. I mean, worst show, one time there's this show down here called We Took Edibles an hour ago. And I did it one time, and the edible was way too strong. And it was crazy. It was like 100 milligrams or something. Kenny made it for me. If you know, you know. Like, Kenny's crazy.
I got a friend, Kenny, awesome. who he's kind of crazy.
So I got too high, and I went nonverbal for the whole set. Like, I couldn't talk. Like, I was just too high. So I just did, like, dancing in the corner and stuff like that. I still got, like, laughs, but, like, I couldn't talk. And I'd say that was one of the times that I was like, this is not fun.
Yeah, being nonverbal as a stand-up comic is a tough thing to do.
So then...
you get dry mouth, too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So then, let's see. One of the best was, like... We did that, the second... So we did, like, the Batman show that one year, and then we did...